Hello and welcome to Simple Cryptocurrency News presented by Nash Exchange. It's been so long since I've done a news video, so I'm gonna try and do this long one. It's probably gonna be around 25 minutes to 30 minutes. I'll try and keep it shorter, to be honest, because I don't want to go into too much details and bore you. But before we take a look at the market and we look at the news, I just want to remind you that in the description below this video, you will find the times as well as the topics with the links that I'll be covering in the video. So if you're only interested in specific topics and don't have the time to watch the full video, do click on the time and it'll take you directly to that specific topic. Now, that being said, let's look at CoinMarketCap and see what has been going on in this last couple of days. And actually weeks since I've last done a video, because my last two videos are actually demos, so it's been a while since I've done some news videos. I did take a break, but Bitcoin has been raising and raising and raising. It's just not stopping, right? It's been rising to like 9,500, then it went down a bit, then went back up again. So now it's maintaining at 9,458 on average, as we can see here, up 3.4% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum still hasn't doubled, even though there were some estimations that maybe it will by the professional traders out there. But yeah, $268. It is maintaining quite a momentum as well, because it was like 230, I believe, the last time that I've covered it. So it has grown quite a bit. Now again, pro traders do say that it's gonna double from the time when it was 200. So they are expecting 400. With Ethereum, it just doesn't have that momentum yet. Maybe with proof of stake, who knows, who knows. Now let's take a look at the biggest winners, and that's Grisha, which I haven't heard of. It's probably a pump and dump. Digix.io as well, I haven't heard of that. Nash Exchange, however, as you probably know, I did cover Nash quite a few times, and I'll be talking about Nash in this video as well. There are some updates from them, and that probably explains the reason for the recent price increase by almost 10% to $2.49. And the biggest losers are Walton Chain, which is quite an old coin, Komodo, Zilliqa, Nebulous, etc. But yeah, this is how it is with the market. And one of the other projects I actually really wanted to talk about is Matic Network. So Matic was an actual IEO, which is an initial exchange offering on Binance, okay, on Binance centralized exchange, and it's been performed really well. It's been performing extremely well, and anyone that actually got into this IEO or even bought this before Binance was hacked, when the price was like a third of a cent, so extremely low, okay, and rode that wave all the way up to 4 cents. I think it was 4.5 cents that it went to. Whoever managed to ride that wave and held all the way through, oh my god, what a profit they made. And actually there was a YouTuber, I can't remember his name, that little martini guy, or that martini guy, I think is his name. Yeah, that martini guy. Yeah, he basically explained how he made $50,000 with Binance's IEOs. So yeah, he invested in Matic Network at the initial exchange offering time. He also invested in Harmony, which is another project, another IEO, which was recently on Binance. So funnily enough, the price was about the same, right? It was about a third, no, actually was, I think it was a tenth of a cent, if I'm not mistaken, right? A tenth of a cent, so extremely cheap at IEO time. And but you were limited, so you couldn't buy more than a specific amount, and it basically sold out really quickly. But one interesting thing which I've noticed is that Harmony and Matic are both maintaining the same price pretty much, right? They both have a really strong supporter on the 2 cent area. They have dropped below 2 cents a few times since that parabolic rise to 4 cents. But actually Harmony, I think, only got to around 3 cents. But interestingly enough, they're both maintaining that 2 cent stability, that 2 cent support, which gives people that kind of confidence when they trade it, that it's not really going to dip below. And even if it dips below, it always goes back up, because we've noticed that. I mean, personally, I've been trading Matic and Harmony quite a lot in the last few weeks. In the last week and a half, 2 weeks actually, I've been trading it quite a lot. And interestingly enough, they both maintain the same price range, right? So the difference between the two isn't very big. And one of the interesting things I've noticed is that when Bitcoin rises, Matic and Harmony drop, and it's the other way around. When Matic and Harmony go up, Bitcoin drops, and so do the other alts like Ontology, for example, or Neo or Cardano. They all dip, Harmony and Matic rise. So this is quite interesting. I wonder because they are mainly on Binance. Obviously, they are on some small exchanges. I think it's Bilexi, I think it's called. But actually, let me have a look here. Biloxi, yeah, that's where they're on, which is a really small exchange. They've only got $72,000 in volume. But the fact that they're on Binance makes me think that the price has been manipulated by bots to maintain that strong stability at 2 cents. So I wonder if when these guys are going to launch on other exchanges, obviously the price is going to pump like crazy. Harmony did say that they're going to launch on other exchanges, but I wonder if it's going to fluctuate a bit more, because at the moment they're really tied together, these two projects, and I just don't understand why, because they are totally separate. Okay, they were both IEOs on Binance, but still separate. And also we've got Seller, which is pretty much the same, doing the same as Harmony and Matic. Seller is also a project which was an IEO on Binance. Again, the difference is quite big between these two, because it's like that one is like 1.8 cents, 1.7 cents, when these ones are like over 2 cents. So it's not that they're very closely tied in together, but when Harmony and Matic increase in price, so does Seller. So isn't that a bit suspicious? I mean, to me it is, to be honest. To me it is. And actually, I'm thinking to get Da Vinci J15, who's a pro trader, and do a video cast with him, hopefully next week, because he did say he's going to have some free time next week. I'm going to try and book some time with him, and actually he's going to go through the charts of these projects and hopefully break it down for us, because I'm really curious what the heck is going on. Is Binance really manipulating this? Because it just seems like it to me. But that's enough about the market. Let's get into the news, and let's move on and talk about Libra coin. Okay, Libra coin on Facebook. Now it's all over the news. Everybody's talking about Libra coin, which is the stable coin which Facebook are going to be launching. Again, it's not really Facebook that's controlling it. It is going to be on the Facebook platform, but it's another company which is actually in charge of this coin and creating this cryptocurrency. They are working in a separate team, in a separate building, I believe they were, in like in closed space, where they can't really collaborate with other people from the Facebook team. So yes, they are kind of trying to keep it a secrecy, because they don't want the information to be spilled out there and cause, you know, hype and all these kind of things. But again, hype or not, the Libra cryptocurrency is a stable coin, so there is no hype in my opinion. But the benefit is that it's going to bring some more information out there to people about cryptocurrencies, about stuff like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, Ontology, hopefully, you know, coins like that. So that's how it is. It's just more people, like a lot of people out there know about cryptocurrencies. Some are just choosing to ignore it because they just don't care about it. They heard it's volatile and they don't want to get involved. But some people haven't even heard of them. They're like, what's Bitcoin? So hopefully with Libra, we're going to get more exposure to the cryptocurrency space, and it's going to benefit the early adopters as always, which is great. Everyone that's invested in cryptocurrencies, you know, it will pay off. Basically, it will pay off, right? Hopefully anything could happen, right? Because it is a stable coin, so it's not going to impact Bitcoin. This is what we need to understand. So it's like Tether pretty much, but probably more trusted, because, you know, we're talking about Facebook here, who's a powerhouse. But yeah, they're basically saying here that it is a stable coin, like I said, and it's going to be tied to different kinds of currencies. For example, the dollar, the pound, the euro, the Swiss franc, and the yen. So the Libra Association maintains this basket of assets and can change the balance of its composition if necessary to offset major price fluctuations in any one foreign currency, so that the value of a Libra stays consistent. So obviously they can produce as much as they want, right? It's not limited. It's not like Bitcoin. This is what we need to understand. So don't panic. Don't panic. This is why Bitcoin is going up, because this is going to bring more people into the cryptocurrency space, either they like it or not, because they love Facebook, right? Many people love Facebook. Many people are on Facebook. But that's that about Libra coin. So it's not going to be till next year. There is a white paper. Do read it if you're interested. I'm not going to go through it in this video because it just takes too much time. I haven't actually read the whole white paper myself, just bits of it. But yeah, this is pretty much it. It's just a stable coin. That's all we need to understand. And let's move on and talk about Phantasma chain. So many people have been flooding Phantasma chain because, you know, they're taking so long to progress, you know, with their development, with the bug fixing and this and that, because mainnet was supposed to happen, you know, in early June, basically. That's when it was supposed to happen. And it is what it is, right? It is what it is. There was a bug. They are working to fix it. Actually, they have fixed the bug. And basically, they're just testing it to make sure there aren't other bugs, right? There is open beta app testing. That's what's going to happen. Testnet testing, of course, and the final stop is going to be the mainnet launch. That's what they're saying. That's what Lee Kai is saying on the Phantasma chain Twitter page. These are the latest news that we've got from them. There is an app, like I said, that you can test obviously the open beta app that you can test on your phone. It looks pretty cool. I have checked it out myself. I might be doing a demo at some point. I'll have to try and see how I can do it with my mobile phone, because I haven't actually shot any videos on YouTube using my mobile phone. So I'll have to see how I can do that. Maybe I can get, I don't know, a desktop version or something if it's possible, and I'll do a demo then. I'll have to see what's easier. But yes, very, very soon. We don't know how soon, but could it be this month? Maybe. Could it be July? Possibly, right? So we don't know. It all depends on this testing, because testing is very important to define what kind of bugs they may find. There may be other bugs, right? We can't rule those out. But from the development point of view, all the bugs are sorted. But again, you know, with different devices and all these sort of things, anything could pop out. But let's move on and talk about Ontology. So what do we have from Ontology? Just so many news from Ontology, right? Like, they're basically helping out their partners, MovieBlock, to get listed on different exchanges. Of course, they are, you know, in talks with different companies, this and that, you know, trying to build partnerships. So yeah, they've attended events as well. We could see that Ontology attended an event on the 17th of June, which was 3 days ago, at the Cooperation Summit in Vietnam. Okay, that was from the 15th to the 16th of June. So yeah, big expansion to the Vietnamese market. Look how many people are there. So more people will hear about Ontology. More people will be interested in Ontology. This is great. One of the downsides with Ontology at the moment in my books is that, one, they're struggling to find developers, dApps, basically, to build on Ontology. So hopefully we'll see more of that soon. And two, I think it's just the way it works, you know, at the moment in terms of marketing, right? I don't think that their marketing is good enough for the whole wide world, right? They are mostly focused in China. They're trying in the US as well, but basically the development, right? So the development part is really difficult, because a lot of their tutorials or a lot of their documentation is in Chinese, right? You do get help if you join their Discord channel, but I don't know, the majority is in Chinese. It's difficult, right? So developers do kind of struggle because the information just isn't out there to actually help people more. People that are interested, people that don't speak Chinese, people that don't have the time to go on Discord and just want to check out Ontology, see what they can build. So I don't know, they just need to kind of make that information more public, in my opinion, right? That's one of the other things. And yeah, that's that. I mean, once they do that, then it should take off, in my opinion. We just need to give them some time. And one of the things that they're doing really well now is WASM. Okay, so what is WASM for developers? So this is one of the recent news that they posted 8 hours ago, and I really find this interesting, is the fact that so many dApps are trying to develop something in a specific language, but then they hit this roadblock where, okay, they may develop it in a specific language, but what if some other application doesn't support that language? Or what if they want to deploy to some specific blockchain, and that blockchain only supports a specific language in which the application isn't developed in, right? So for example, you want to deploy some application which is designed in C++. You may want to deploy it to a Java focused blockchain. That's going to be a problem, right? Unless you basically convert the language, right? The programming language to be understandable in Java. Okay, so that's not very easy, because there are programs out there which can convert your programming languages from one to the other, but they don't convert them properly. So because they don't do that proper translation, proper conversion, there are bugs, there are problems, right? So basically WASM, which was being used by EOS, interestingly enough, is basically a format, a binary instruction format initiated by Google, Microsoft, Mozilla, and Apple. And basically it enables deployment on the web for client and server applications. So like I was saying, basically applications which are written in C, C++, Rust can be compiled into WASM bytecode. Okay, so then the application ecosystem based on this greatly reduces the learning cost for developers, right? Now, EOS is one of the few public blockchains which support WASM virtual machine. However, Ontology now support it as well. Ontology WASM virtual machine. So this is really good. It is a sandboxed environment, okay, used for open source WASM project as interpretation engine for WASM. So yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. We've got Ontology now on WASM. So that kind of removes that limit, that restriction that we've seen with the programming languages, the barrier with blockchains being restricting applications from only specific programming languages. So that barrier is gone. This is great news from Ontology. They're going on WASM, so yes, good. Hopefully they can attract developers, because we're not really seeing that, and unfortunately it is how it is. This is the reality. And let's move on and talk about Elastos. So I actually haven't covered that many news on Elastos lately, but we've got the Elastos Academy. They've posted something here. Basically, they're going to create a website. Okay, this is community focused. Okay, the Elastos Academy. They're going to create a website, okay, which is going to be focused on the Elastos Academy, developer focused content to try to attract developers. And one of the other interesting things from Elastos is the Ethereum sidechain, which has hit the Elastos testnet. So what will you build with the blockchain industry's most comprehensive open source platform, Elastos? Right? So yes, Ethereum and Elastos. So that's going to be interesting because I'm very bullish on Matic. Like I was saying, Matic is an IEO on Binance. I am bullish on it simply because I like how the project is working with Ethereum and how they're trying to make Ethereum scalable. Again, I'm a Neo guy, an Ontology guy, but I do think that Ethereum is a good project. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is one of the biggest out there after Bitcoin. So if Matic work together with Ethereum to make it scalable, and then we've got Elastos, which is also kind of trying to move towards Ethereum, they're all kind of working together. We're seeing that the issue at the moment in the crypto space is the tribalism, right? You get people, you get communities which only support one project and they're heavily invested in that one project. Whereas now Elastos are opening that door. We're seeing them move towards Ethereum. We're seeing Matic, of course, work with Ethereum. They didn't want to do a standalone thing. They wanted to help Ethereum grow. So we're going to see more of this, I think, going forward, as more of these projects realize that they should work together rather than separate to actually build a cryptocurrency ecosystem and the blockchain in general, which is going to be widely used in the world. So yes, this is great news from Elastos. Again, there were some other news here. The Elastos mainnet 2.0, which was on June 14th. So yes, that's in the roadmap. Again, they have updated the roadmap. Do check it out if you're interested. But yes, more news, and we're seeing progress. This is the important thing. Now that's that about Elastos. Let's move on and talk about the Neo ecosystem. And on Neo news today, Switcheo Exchange lists EOS Neo cross-chain atomic swap on the trading market. So we know that we've got the EOS blockchain, we've got the Ethereum blockchain, and we've got the Neo blockchain, all three of them on Switcheo DEX. Okay, hybrid exchange because it's not entirely a DEX. Because you're using that smart contract. Okay, now with Binance DEX, sorry to move off the topic, but basically Binance DEX is more of a DEX, even though it's hybrid as well. It's more of a DEX than Switcheo in the sense that there's no real smart contract because the transactions are done straight away. I have actually used Binance DEX, and you can basically transact directly from your wallet to generate an order. If the order gets filled, the funds, the coins go, or the tokens go directly to your wallet. They don't stay in the smart contract, so you don't need to withdraw anything manually like you do with Switcheo. But let's see how Switcheo managed to overcome this, and hopefully they will, to make it more decentralized. And hopefully they'll be adding more blockchains too, and maybe migrate to their own blockchain, because this is what they're thinking of doing. This is in their list of plans. And also proof of stake for Switcheo, which they're looking at. I really hope they do. Proof of stake is a really big thing nowadays. Everyone wants proof of stake. I don't know, everyone wants passive income. Because they're holding anyway, right? So if you're holding, why not hold something which generates passive income, right? Apart from appreciating in price. It just makes you feel better, right? That's how it is with Ontology, for example, and Neo, but Ontology definitely pays better. Node staking pays better. Unfortunately, it has dropped a lot recently. Yeah. So yeah, basically Switcheo have listed EOS Neo cross-chain atomic swap, right? So you can do that. You can use the atomic swap functionality on the Switcheo exchange now to trade EOS for Neo. So yeah, pretty good, and they are moving forward with that. We are seeing Switcheo progress. This is great. All we're waiting for now is the fiat gateway, Switcheo to move to their own blockchain, and hopefully something about proof of stake. I'm really keen on that, so maybe I'm gonna have an interview with Jack Yu or somebody else from Switcheo to get some updates to see what's gonna happen. But that's that about Switcheo. Let's move on and talk about Magic Cube, which are conducting an MCC token airdrop. Now, unfortunately, this has ended today. It's too late now. I don't think you can still claim the airdrop, but they basically given away 3,000 MCC tokens. Now, basically, what is Magic Cube? Just to explain it. So it's a Neo-based blockchain gaming platform. Okay, we are seeing many of those. Black Cat as well is also a gaming platform in the Neo blockchain, but so is Magic Cube. So basically they wanted to have a campaign in which they're giving away 3,000 MCC tokens to people that basically like them on or follow them on Twitter, and join their Telegram page and basically inform the admin Cole that you've done that. And once you do that, then you give him your address and he sends you the tokens the following day, or the team sends you the tokens. But I don't know if you can still do it. Unfortunately, it does say that the campaign will launch through Thursday, so maybe you can still do it depending on what part of the world you're in. It is Thursday where I am, so maybe you can still do it after you see this video. Hopefully you can take part. It doesn't take you long, honestly. It's very, very quick. Follow them on Twitter, join Telegram, ping Cole with your NEO address, and boom, that's it. Then he's gonna send you the tokens for free, right? Why not? I mean, we used to see a lot of these free tokens from the NEO ecosystem in 2018, and actually, interestingly enough, Ontology gave away 1,000 ONT tokens. I keep reminding people about that because I missed it myself, which was basically like $12,000 worth of free tokens. So these airdrops are not a bad thing. They're a really cool thing. But yeah, do check them out. Do check out Magic Cube. Basically, they did have an initial exchange offering as well through Bitmart Exchange. But that's over. Okay, that was on May 29th. So yes, they are trading on there. And yeah, you get 3,000 free tokens, and then you can check out the games when they release them. We'll have to see what comes out. We'll have to see what they do. I think they're going to have stuff like NFTs. Okay, kind of similar to what's going to be like non-fungible tokens, which are going to be like on Phantasma app as well. So a lot of these companies are focusing towards that at the moment. So we'll have to see when they integrate them. But let's move on and talk about Nash. So Nash is the decentralized exchange, which is not on the NEO blockchain. Again, the token is on the NEO blockchain. It's called Nex token. They used to be called Nex as well, Nex Exchange. They've rebranded to Nash quite some time ago. But basically, they're looking for fiat currency partners. So these guys have been in development for quite some time. They were meant to release around April, I believe, or something like that. There was a beta launch in March, at the end of March. They were meant to release earlier, to be honest, but they did find some problems. They weren't able to do so. I'm not sure if it's bugs. I think it was bugs. That's what I believe I covered in one of the previous videos. But yeah, basically they're looking for fiat currency partners. So they're opening applications for any third-party company that wants to basically list on Nash as a fiat partner. So basically to accept euros to be able to convert, or dollars, or any kind of fiat, any form of fiat currency, to be able to convert it to cryptocurrency on the Nex Exchange when they launch. So yeah, that's what they're looking for now. And I think once they get that, I think they should be pretty much ready. One of the other things I want to remind you of is that they did extend that promotion that they had for the referral, for the draw that they're going to do for the top 30 people, which are going to win huge prizes in Nex and Bitcoin and all that. So do check that out again. It is extended. I'm not sure if you can still take part in it, but I do have a referral link in the description below. Do check out my referral links, please. I really appreciate it for Nash, and do subscribe. If I don't think it's too late. I think you can still do it for the Nash Exchange. So if you trade on the Nash Exchange, basically when they launch, if you are a trader, again, not financial advice, if you are a trader and you want to trade and use my referral link, you'll have a chance. You'll basically get a lottery ticket. So you'll have a chance to be part of that draw in which you can win a lot of Bitcoin and Nex tokens. But we'll see. Let's move on and talk about For the Win, which is the decentralized lottery blockchain platform on NEO. For the Win reports updates to user interface and new embedding options. So unfortunately, in terms of price, For the Win hasn't been doing too good lately. A lot of people have been dumping. They do have some kind of partnership with NOS as well, in which they conduct a poker game. I think it's every Friday with FTW tokens. You can use those. I did do a testnet video earlier this year, in which I talk about the custom lottery that they're going to do on the blockchain, which is basically you choose how many numbers you want the lottery to have. You choose what type of game you want the lottery to be. So basically you can customize your own lottery. So this is quite good. It gives you that flexibility of creating your own lottery platform on the blockchain, again on the NEO blockchain. Now, one of the interesting things here that they're talking about, so do check out this article, again, link in the description below. But one of the interesting things is that the team is kind of concerned about the NEO mainnet upgrade to NEO 3, which is tentatively scheduled for Q2 of 2020, because fee changes may impact the FTW ecosystem. Again, and one of the other things here with the fee changes means that gas may actually appreciate in price. Again, not financial advice, but all those people that have been accumulating NEO did it for a good reason. Once we get this upgrade, okay, and we're gonna have fees, there's going to be a demand for gas, right? Simply put, there's going to be a demand for gas, either you like it or not. Anyone using the Neo blockchain will have to pay gas fees. They used to have to pay 1 drop of gas. Now it's free. There will be fee changes as it's becoming more and more difficult to generate gas for holding Neo. So that may also cause Neo to appreciate in price. Again, we're talking 2020. Many things could happen until then. Maybe Bitcoin will be 50,000, maybe 100,000, maybe 2,000. Who knows? But I think mass adoption is slowly coming in, as we're seeing with Facebook's Libra. We could see massive things happening, of course, backed as well. So yeah, many things. The SEC maybe are gonna, I don't know, things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen by 2020 in my opinion. And let's close this off with the Moonlight development update. So Moonlight, which is a freelance workforce project in development on the Neo blockchain, has released a development update, and the update covers 2 weeks of project development that have taken place, especially on Moonlight's onboarding, support, and referral programs as it prepares for its upcoming beta testing phases. So basically, they're quite close to launching. We've been waiting for quite some time for Moonlight to launch. And interestingly enough, if you still remember and if you know what Moonlight is all about, again, if you're new to my channel and you don't know, please don't forget to subscribe. But just to remind you, if you're new to my channel, Moonlight are going to pay you dividends in gas for holding LX tokens, which is Moonlight. Okay, now where can you get Moonlight? Not financial advice, but you can get it on the Switcheo exchange if you're interested in Moonlight tokens. Now I am slowly accumulating some Moonlight. I do own some, not as much as I'd like to, but I'm slowly accumulating. When I do some trading, I basically accumulate little bits here and there of Moonlight because they're just so cheap at the moment, and they will be paying gas dividends. Now the gas dividends may be absolutely bad. They may not be worth anything, but you never know. If Moonlight does well, then of course any kind of gas dividend will be good, because if the price appreciates, then less people will hold Moonlight. So then obviously the gas distribution will be bigger for those that hold more tokens. So this is great, right? But yes, that's that from today's video. I mean, quite a lot of information to cover. I would really like to do a review video on Matic, and I'll probably do so, probably one on Harmony too. I really like those 2 projects. Like I said, I've been trading quite a lot on them. Also, I'm going to be closely checking out Phantasma chain to see what's going to happen with that development update. Will they be finding some bugs during the testing phase? Hopefully I can do a demo. I'll have to see if I can get a desktop version of the app. But yes, that's that. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below of this video, any of the articles that I've discussed. Do like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.